Okay. So good evening to one and all. Hope I am audible. Okay, fine. So I'm continuing with the yesterday's session. So yesterday I was discussing on how to work on Excel. So as you have all collected the data through the Google Forms, okay. So we are doing a research and you are in a stage where you have collected the data and the data has to be analyzed. So in research, in the especially the social science research, so we are doing management, we are doing studies in management, and all the research related to the management comes under the social science research, okay, or management research. So in management research, the data analysis mainly is done through Excel and SPSS. Excel is one of the common software that is used, and SPSS is another statistical analysis software. So Excel is very fundamental, very basic, and it has a lot of functions. And hands-on session, it will not work out, and it is highly user friendly. According to your usage, you can work on it, and you can learn many things, but you need to have a system. You need to have a laptop or a PC, and you will have to work on that. So you can learn Excel on your own. And also there are a lot of YouTube videos that you can search and learn. Actually, I had learned on my own long back. Long back I had learned, and even my knowledge, I will say, it is limited in Excel. So there is lot of things, and it depends on what you're using. Even if you learn many things in Excel, and if you are not using, you may forget it. Is it not? So anything for that matter, it is like that. Knowledge, if you are not putting that knowledge into use, you will forget that knowledge, right? So what I have observed and what I can tell is having a good knowledge of Excel software and Word, all these things, MS Office, all this comes under the MS Office package, right? Microsoft Office. So having all this knowledge, even the PPT as a manager, as an MBA, the PowerPoint presentation, Excel, and Word, you need to know how to work on this, at least some basics, okay? Then you can go on in that, you can use especially the Excel in the advanced mode, depending on your usage. So depending on your job, like that. Okay, so as I told you yesterday also, you are using this Excel. Don't think that it is used only for research purpose. It is a very basic, very fundamental application where you can use it throughout, and mainly in the offices, in the corporate, it is used extensively. The software is used, and these days, as I said, there is a lot of advanced applications that is coming up with relation to the data analysis, data analytics. So there are, but fundamentally, if you have a knowledge of Excel, it will be really very useful. So why I am having this session on Excel is so that you have already collected the data now, and you need to know what you are supposed to do. So yesterday I had discussed about how you can convert the data that you have collected in the Google form to an Excel sheet, right? So Excel sheet, how you can get the same data that you have collected in the Excel sheet. Then how we are going to analyze it. So that is what we were discussing yesterday. So we'll go back to yesterday's discussion. So I will start sharing the slide. So again, today it will be more of practical. Anyway, I am recording. So if you're not able to follow, you can just view my videos when I upload it. So as in till then, you try to follow me. It is not very difficult. If if you have already had an experience on the Excel, it will not be very user friendly, and you will start enjoying it actually. When you start working on Excel with the numbers, with the graph, all those things, you start enjoying the work. So that is how you have to use these systems. Say your PC, laptops, how you have to use it productively for this purpose, for learning, upgrading your skills, right? So that is what. So it is, it's always beneficial to have a laptop. Okay. So instead of buying a 20,000 worth of mobile phone, or say 30,000, 40,000, I see common, some students buy 20,000, 30,000 rupees mobile phone. Instead of that, you buy a laptop and use that laptop for upgrading your skills. Okay. I never bought in my lifetime any mobile phone that is more than 10,000 rupees. I buy normally the very, having all the features. So somewhere around 7,000, 8,000, because however, whichever mobile is there, you may use it for 1 year, 2 year, is it not? Why to spend unnecessarily 20,000, 30,000 on that? Instead of that, you buy a laptop or a PC. Okay, laptop is very beneficial. It will, but you should use that for a, very productive purpose, right? Productively you have to use, means unnecessarily you start using it for entertainment, browsing unwanted sites, and watching movies, all these things. Then you are wasting your time and resources. Okay, so like that. So you can use all these tools and software. You can learn when you're having a desktop or a laptop. Okay, anyway, we'll continue with yesterday's discussion. So I'm going to share my screen. So this is the Excel file that yesterday we were working on. So yesterday we were able to develop a table. So I said that we need to do the analysis. So to do the analysis, you need to have this data in a consolidated form. So you will have to tabulate to get it in a consolidated form. So consolidate means, it should be in a meaningful form. So now if I have this data, so this is set of data, right? A data set. So it has a lot of information. So I cannot analyze this. If it is in this form, I cannot analyze it. So I have to bring it in a condensed form to do the analysis. So when I'm, coming up with a table which is more condensed, so I am able to develop a table through this data. So that's what I have shown you a sample yesterday. So we have analyzed this age. I mean, not analyzed it. We have condensed the data related to age, right? I have shown you how to do that. So where is that? I think that is not saved. Okay, anyway, I'll do it again. So what we did is we have to first filter it. So how to do the filtering? So you have to click on the top heading of the table. That is, here it is in the first row. So first row I have selected by clicking the first row, first one, which represented by number 1. Then I will go to this option on the top right side, sort and filter option. Then I will click the filter here. So when I click that, the top cells which has the titles, it will have a drop down menu. So I'll click the drop down menu. So now I'm coming up, I'm doing the repetition, yesterday's repetition. So what I will do is I will select only separately, one by one. I'll be selecting. So I want the people who are in the age group of 15 to 25. So I will say I have just selected only one option there. Then I get all the people who are in that age segment will be filtered and will be presented in this table. Others are hidden now. Other names and other data is hidden. Okay, so only this is visible. So now I want the count. So I'm clicking and dragging. So when you click and drag, sometimes it will go, it will just go to any number long. So I want to select only those which is been. So the number I get is 74. So I'll type it is 74 here. So the age group is. So this you will learn this to copy and paste whichever is so age group. So now, so I have got this. Now next one is the second group, which is the age group of 25 to 25 to 45. So the total number is 12. Then the people who have not given any responses. So that is coming 14. In total, so I said there is a function for total, that is auto sum. On the top right you have a symbol, summation symbol. So you have to click that, so automatically the total is coming. And when it is a heading, I will normally bold it. So bolding, alignment and all these are common in Word and Excel, and I have to center it. So center alignment. The last one is the total column. In that one I'll be bolding it, and I'll be giving a borders for this table, which is the thing that we have done, and I'm copying it to a Word file. And what I did is I have given a table number, and that you can do it later also. Table number and this one you can give it. So anyway, I have already given table number. Table number is what I said. Yesterday I had given 4.1. So maybe 4 or 3 depending on the chapter. Okay, of which chapter this comes. So this analysis part will come in the data analysis chapter. Okay, data analysis. So data analysis, which chapter, that depends on the number of chapters. So that I'll be discussing. Here, okay, table number 3.1. So 3 represents a chapter and 1 represents the. So next table will be 3.2. Next will be 3.3, like that. Okay. So this is respondents age profile. Respondents age profile, or age profile of respondents. Okay, like that also you can view, or age profile also you can view. Just age profile also you can view. I'm just giving age profile. Age profile of respondent is better one. Okay, anyway, I've already given now. So I'll bold it, I'll center align it. So I've done this. So this is what we have done yesterday, right? So now analysis of this. So how to do the analysis of this? So analysis and interpretation. So now this is how you have to write it in text now. Okay, analysis is text. Okay, this is, look, I am trying to tell you as how you are going to do the analysis and how to write a data analysis report. Okay, so here, so how we will be analyzing. So what I find from this table, out of the total number of 100 respondents, 74 numbers were coming under the age group of 15 to 25, right? Then next, in the age group of 25 to 45, there were 12 respondents, and 14 of the respondents did not choose their age group. So that is whatever I have told, that has to be written. Out of the 100 respondents, 74 respondents were in the age group of 15 to 25 years. Okay, so all the spellings you have to correct. Out of 74 respondents were comma, out of 100 respondents, comma, 74 respondents were in the age group of 15 to 25 years, comma, 12 respondents were in the age group of 25 to 45 years, and so this is language part, so you should not do any grammatical mistakes. It depends on your grammatical, your language proficiency. And 14 of the respondents did not answer the question. Okay, out of 100 respondents, 74 respondents were in the age group of 15 to 25, 12 respondents were in the age group of 25 to 45, and 14 of the respondents did not answer the question. So from this, it is understood that, so this is interpretation. So the previous sentence is analysis. So from this, what you understand now, so that becomes the interpretation. From this, it is understood that major respondents were falling in the age group of 15 to 20. So this is interpretation. So what you interpreted now, majority of the respondents are that you can give a reason why it is. So why the respondents are in this age group, maybe that the survey, the person, so here who is done it is some of you student only have done this. So you have given to your friends age group. So your friends are in that particular age group only, 15 to 25, is it not? Right? So that's why. So this is mainly because the questionnaire was distributed to who come under the age group under the age group of age group of 15 to 25. So you see what I have done. So this is what your analysis. This is the analysis part, and this is the interpretation. Got it? So for you will have to. So now So like that for every data. So now I have just taken one data, that is age. So like that you will have to do for all the data that is there in this table. So I have just taken one demographic data and I have shown it how to do the how to condense the how to tabulate the data, how to bring it into a table form. So like that you'll have to do it for education, then occupation, like that. So these are all demographic data. So here these three table represents the demographic data of the respondents. So that is similar you'll have to do. Now, so these are questions that is related to your objectives, specific objectives. Do you like this favorite brand you have bought? Okay, so for all these you will have to do the table one after the other. Some very important data you can present them in the graph. Okay, so I will show as how to represent the this data into graph. So graph you can do the graph here. I don't know, maybe some people know about it, others may not. Very important. So you should know how to draw a graph. So for normally for this type of research, only the demographic details, that is age, gender, and income and all, that if you present in table it is sufficient. Okay, but other data which is important, maybe there you can present it in the table and graph also, only which is important. Okay, otherwise don't present the data both table and graph. So here I'm just showing it how to do a graph in Excel. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to select the table like this, go here, insert, here there are different charts are there. Okay, so you can select a bar chart. Okay, so you see automatically the bar chart has come here, right? Just clicking, selecting the table, and then going to insert function, insert menu there, the top menu, then graphs. Here this total does not have any meaning, so I'll remove that. Total I can remove that. Total I don't want. Okay. So what I'll do is again I'll go here. So total I don't want. I'll select only with this different age group. What is the numbers? So insert. So there are different types. Pie chart also is there. Graph. So I'll select one graph like this. So now the graph has come without the total numbers here. Right. Now you can play here. Lot of things you can do. So normally this is not required numbers. I am already giving a title for the table also. So I'll remove that. So then further, if you want to put labels here, add data labels. Data labels means numbers. So here you have 74 numbers, 12, 14. So if you want that to come here, you have that option. You can just select this bar, then right click and say right click, add data labels. So numbers will come here on that 74, 12. So there is lot of things formatting you can do here in this. Okay. Then you can give names also, x-axis, y-axis. All that formatting options are there. Format chart area. Okay, so many things are there, that and all you can learn. Okay, so many options are there. You can type and do all this. So now what I'm doing, I'm copying this and placing it in the Word for the analysis. Table, then graph. It has come here. So I can reduce the size if I want. It's center line. Again here, this also has to have the name. So if it is same data, then I'll give the same. But it is not table here. It is figure or chart. Chart number 3.1. This is table number. This is chart or figure number. Anything you can give, chart number or figure number. The data is same. Okay, so like this. So this is how you do the table in the. So this is bar. You can do it in pi also. Again, suppose you can take it from the Google form also. Google form also you have that pi there. It was pi diagram was there. That also if you want you can put. But for demographic details, don't put the graph. Here I have just shown you other data which is important that you can show it. For example, here some other data are there. All these things you don't put the graph, only table is sufficient. Okay, age, education, occupation and all, but other things maybe one or two graph you can put. Now coming to another one. So all this you have to do. For occupation also you have to do like that table and do the analysis. For what is that, another demographic, education also you have to do the table and do the analysis. Now I am coming to the question here. Do you like this favorite brand? So I have to have a table to do the analysis for this question. So the options are no, no answer, and yes. So how many people have said yes? So this is a product Oral-B toothpaste, Oral-B toothbrush. Okay, how many people like this as a favorite brand? So many people have told yes. So I'll see what is the number. So almost 78 people have said yes. So I hope you understand how it is come. 78 number, right? So you know that. So I'll write 78 here. Preferred as favorite. Favorite brand. Not preferred. Preferred. You can write as preferred only. Not preferred and preferred. We'll write it in the. So now how many have said no? Some few people have said it, they don't prefer this. That is 11 numbers. These many people did not respond. 11. Why is that many people did not respond? So no response. Difference. So I'm doing the table here. I have given the borders and total should always come 100. If it does not come, then there is a problem in data. So 100, I have just written 100. Otherwise, you can do auto sum here. Yes, it is totally 100 only will come. So now I'll copy. Where I'll copy to the word. So this is table number 3.2. If it is a second table, it is becomes a 3.2. Then this is reference for that was, what is that product? It was Oral B toothbrush. Reference for Oral B. Reference for Oral B toothbrush. Look, so this is how you have to. Now, this is how to analyze this type of what? How to analyze this type of table now. So other demographic tables, I have already given the example. So this is related to your objectives or topic of the research. So now to know the, it will start to know the. So why you have asked this question? You have to know from the respondents as how many people prefer the Oral B toothbrush and how many people did not prefer. So that is what, to know their preference, right? So you have to write like that to know the consumers. So now you can change it to consumers. Okay, now this is related to consumers. Respondents are the consumers. Okay, so there your demographic is more specific to the respondents. So this you are going to generalize to the consumers. These findings you are trying to generalize to the consumers to know the preference of the consumers towards the Oral B toothbrush. The respondents were asked to give their preference. Okay? Towards it. It was found that 78 of the respondents preferred brush. 11 of them didn't prefer Oral B toothbrush. We didn't prefer it. Different like that. Didn't prefer it. Okay. So like that. Then 11 of them didn't respond to the question. Didn't. Did not, didn't, all this. It will suggest the better language. It was found that, okay. So this becomes the, what do you find from this? So this is the analysis. So this becomes the analysis and interpretation. So what do you understand from this? It is found that majority of the respondents preferred oral B toothbrush. Preferred oral B toothbrush. Here you can write that is 78 or 78% you can write. So look now, all of you have done about 100 sample size. If it was some different number, say if you have taken 300, 400 or 500 or some other number, then you can add one more column here, that is percentage. So now I am adding percentage to this table. It does not have any meaning because it is 100 only. Everything will, this will come to 78%, this will come 11, this will come 11%. So like that. So while doing that analysis, you can write that 78% of the respondents preferred, 11% did not prefer, like that. Okay. So this is how you have to do the analysis and interpretation is like will be toothbrush, and only few of them did not to prefer it as a brand. That's what your question. It depends on your question, how you have asked it. Did not prefer it as their favorite brand. So like that, it depends. So this is how you have to, it depends on your analysis. So I have told you very, in my own way. So you can add like this. So you should know what is analysis, what is interpretation. So here, this is analysis part and this is the interpretation part. So like that. So now you will have to do the table, and some wherever you find every data you cannot give, you need not give, because it is just you are repeating that same data in graph, not necessary. Some of them you can do it where nice, you can do pie graph also, or bar graph also you can do. So that is how you have to do the analysis. Okay. So what else? So like that, and you have to group it now. Here now you have different questions. So you actually now I don't know as how you have prepared, all you people have prepared your questionnaire. So otherwise what happens, based on the objectives, you have certain 4 or 5 objectives, and based on that 5 objectives you are going to ask the questions. So now actually you have to group these questions according to the objectives. Okay, so maybe there it is, one of the objectives to know the customers, who are the customers of Oral-B toothbrush. So then you will have to explain them, who are the customers is in. So you will have to put a subheading. Okay, so here if your objective is to know, so here this will become the, say I am going to tell you, so for your analysis chapter, analysis, your report, will have all these contents. Okay, your analysis report, your report will have these contents. One is covering page. Okay, the cover page, I will tell you how to do the cover page. Then content is there. Content will be in the table form. Okay, so whenever you see a textbook, there will be a content page, where it shows which chapter is in which page and all. So that becomes the content page. Then chapter 1 will be introduction for your report, where it will be about 2 pages. So you will have to introduce which product you are doing, so which company is manufacturing that, all that thing. Okay, so about 1 or 2 pages. So you can refer to the online resources, but don't copy exactly. So you have to read and write it in your own words. And also this chapter should have the objectives of your research. So what are your objectives of your research? Okay, so objective number 1, 2, 3, 4, like that it should be there. Then literature review. So literature review, you can collect some literatures. Okay, so you know as how to do the literature review, that I have already discussed in previously, and you have already done also. But here you can do literature related to your particular product. So now FMCG product you are doing, in that consumer research on FMCG, you can search in the Google Scholar and write whatever you have done previously, like that only. Collect some 10 articles. Okay, 10 to 15 articles you collect and write a literature review and add that as the chapter 2. Then chapter 3 will be the data analysis. So this is what I am telling you now, which I am already discussing, as how to come up with a table and what numbering you have to give, all that thing. Okay, so this is what I have just discussed with you. So this is chapter, and finally summary. Okay, only this will have the chapter number. Content, this and all will not have chapter numbers. Okay, this summary will be 1 page, or conclusion, summary or conclusion you can write. So this is chapter 3. That's why I have given 3.1 here. Okay, chapter 3 is data analysis. So we'll make it like this. So different type of formatting will be there. So, and all, it is better to do it in the Times New Roman font. Times New Roman. I hope you know all these things. Okay. So here you have to write data analysis. So this chapter you have to write. Okay, this chapter. Data is analyzed according to the objectives of the research. This one is the normal font size. It is not bolded. It is in the left alignment or justified. So like this. Analyze according to the research. Initially, demographic of the respondents is explained or discussed. Something you have to write like this, okay, not directly writing. So like that, you have to go on. So then you have to have a subheading. Subheading you have to give. What is that? 3.1. 3.1 is subheading. What is that? Demographic profile of respondents. This becomes the subheading. Here also you have to write 2-3 lines. You have to write that in the demographic profile we are discussing the age, we are discussing about the occupation, and we are discussing about the family size, income, all that you have to write in 2-3 sentences like this. So like this, this is the chapter 3. So like this you have to go on. So next will be their preference, like that. Okay, 3.3 will be 3.2. Okay, so this is subheading. Like that, you write 2-3 lines why you are collecting this data and all. Then you explain that. So like that, you go on doing for all the responses. That becomes your data analysis. Then you have to write one summary at the end of this chapter. Then finally it is conclusion. Okay, like this. Okay, so I think today you have got some more information as how to do the analysis, and maybe one more session I'll be continuing to discuss more on the format and any other things that we can know about Excel or other things. Okay, so I hope you got some idea Excel on your own, and you will learn many things. Okay, wherever you have any doubts, you can check and learn. So further we'll be discussing more on the report writing and